The spiritual journey of art has its ups and downs, is unpredictable and non-linear. Weeks of struggle and force accumulate to a revelation, the surrender of obstructions, and an experience of greater creation. Pain humbles with each successful or failed attempt. The lesson is the point. As the artist grows, so does the art. The art becomes beautiful in an artist's hands that are clean. A clear vessel creates great art. It is the artist that needs to change. The art is available to all. Grace surrounds and encompasses all artists. Some are just tuned to grace well. The tuning is so fine that it is missed by most. Taking part in the dance of creation by submitting oneself to it fully, giving oneself to the art completely, is the ultimate goal and purpose of every artist. Self-dissolution into the work. Karma yoga, the yoga of action, non-action, service, and giving. An artist gives gifts. First he gives misery, as all he knows is misery. In time, by washing the clothes of his past, he gives light. That light will awaken hearts and be visible to the hearts tuned to the light. Such is the journey of the arts, the journey of the soul. To break the mold of the past, the artist purges by creating art. The great purge happens when art, artist, and grace meet. Meditation is the merging, the dissolution of the artist into the art. The great three are but one. The art, the creation, and the artist flow with life and emanate grace. That grace gets captured in the work of art, and that work of art comes alive. Living art is holy art. Holy art is a sacred object infused with grace. Grace awakens, grace nourishes, and lets the receiver meet God through the art, through you. You are the introduction. You are the friend that opens the door. Be a good friend. That is the highest act, the non-act, the meeting as one, through art conceived alone. When the artist grows internally by facing pain, that growth is reflected in the art. Making art causes growth by showing and mirroring the artist's state back to him. It is the perfect learning tool, undeniable, solid, personal proof that the process works, that love is the way, that God is the truth. His work changes, and he will witness it. He will feel the change internally. He will be freer, more joyous and light. The world will not be such a dark place anymore. The change is undeniable, hence, grace becomes a reality, not a distant dream. All obstructions can be cleared and genuine talent uncovered. With ease and like magic, the right action at the right moment arises. Great hits of inspiration, spontaneous speaking, writing, composing, and collaboration happen. When bathing in grace, even the mistakes sound beautiful. The book writes itself, and the arrangement falls into place. Meditate to experience who you are, and meditate through art to express who you are. Meditation is an exceptional first step. Most spiritual journeys start with a meditation practice. Now, the meditation practice of an artist is making art. The goal of the practice is to disappear into the art, non-doing, meditation, or supreme flow. I'll link my book, The Road for Artists. It starts within. It will guide you to create your meditation practice, and It is an art journal that offers space for you to document your first 70 art sessions. And so, the big question, where is my muse? There is no muse. Look within. Meet God through your own being in your flesh and live religion. Then make art. Art is your spiritual discipline, your way home. Home to God, home to yourself. Making and sharing art is devotional work, and work that, when created selflessly, lets you enter into a bond. That bond is a life of service, where you shall disappear. Engaging in the infinite game breaks the chains of your selfishness and lets you return to your Father. You made up a dream and played many roles in devotional work, and work that flows without your involvement puts you into deep meditation. Great art springs forth from you, and great riches are bestowed, but you, dear reader, disappear. That is the part of the art, to make you commune and be no more. Let the illusion end, and make art. Art is one layer away from God. But when it is done right, it is God. Meditation. Meditation is not forced. Meditation happens to the seeker naturally. When one relaxes into oneself, one meditates. It is natural, but worldly dramas create a person that lives in his head. That is the only barrier. Sit and be. But the person in his head has no idea what I mean. To overflow and create art in total absorption is meditation. Full involvement lets you enter into union, into yoga, into liberation, even if just momentarily or while you get lost in your work. The term flow was coined for such occurrences when time disappears and the act flows naturally. The practitioner is in his own way. Total freedom, self-expression is what makes a great artist and keeps one creative. Ever wondered why the Muse leaves artists that are stuck in their heads? They call it writer's block and blame the world. They did not lose the spark. They made their dramas cloud the light, the ray of creation. They have forsaken God. As soon as they humbly return, having mended their worldly affairs, pure creation can flow freely. Don't push aside the dirt for an hour to make art. Live meditation by mending your past. Don't use alcohol and drugs to create a quote-unquote free state, but unplug and let the dirty water escape the drain, and then meditation and making art take care of the rest. The only spiritual discipline you need is making art. Dramas arise in the artist's life along the way. Pain comes in the form of people, money, circumstances, and so on. Through pain we grow. Face everything and do not run away. Be truthful and forgive. Shed your past by making art. To keep it short and sweet, the spiritual discipline of an artist is the removal of the residue of currents opposing complete self-expression by creating art. In short, the spiritual practice of an artist is making art, right? Spirituality is, let's define spirituality, the practice of surrender and release of layers of accumulated past. What is accumulated past? Fabricated protection mechanism in response to trauma. So it's an identity structure, the false self. So again, what is spirituality? The practice of surrender and release of layers of accumulated past that results in complete alignment with life through uncovering the authentic self, your life's task and direct experience of God. I am thinking of creating a community where members walk the spiritual path of art side by side, creating art as a spiritual discipline with like-minded artists. I would love such a space to be but a member and share my journey with you and witness yours unfold all the same. A space where we can support each other. Please let me know if you would be interested in such a space. I'd be honored to host it and just to be a part of it. I'll link my God and Art book series below if you would like to dive deeper into my perspective on the spiritual path of art. I declare a new era of love, of love, of love, of love. I know my name, I know my part. I'm bold enough to face my crimes. I might be young, but maybe I'm old, for I can tell the tale of times. Love can only be met with love, with love, with love, with love. Hate can only lead to war, and the war you wage with your own soul. Truth can only free your heart, but you choose to hide. You point the blame